You should be coming home soon.
Yeah, I'm on my way now. Something up?
Just wanted to talk about the house situation again.
Look, I'm leaving all that to you. I don't really understand it anyway, so you don't need to keep updating me on every little thing.
But this affects you too. We both put money into buying this house that turned out to be full of defects. You should be just as angry as I am about this.
Of course I am, but we already decided you'd handle this part while I support from the sidelines, right?
Yeah, that's true, but still.
Is that what you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, I need to meet with the construction company people again. I was hoping you could come with me next Saturday.
No, that's impossible. I need to take care of my mom. And I should tell you, I'm going to be staying at my mom's place starting next week.
What? Are you serious?
Her health is getting worse.
So you need to be there all the time now? It used to be just weekends. That was already tough on me, but I'm sorry for complaining.
This is about family, you know?
Is your mom's health really that bad?
I think it's mostly psychological. Being alone since my dad passed away has probably taken a mental toll on her.
But your dad died quite a while ago. She suddenly got like this now?
Well, that's how it is. There's nothing we can do about it. That's why I need to be there for her. I honestly feel like she'll fall apart if I'm not there.
I see. I'm worried about your mom too, but I guess me going over wouldn't help?
Having her actual son there is better, right? It's not that she doesn't like you or anything. I get it, but you've got enough on your plate with the house and taking care of Ricky. You can't be looking after my mom too.
I appreciate you being considerate, but it's really hard with you not being at home. Ricky misses playing with his dad too, you know?
Of course. Once Mom's situation stabilizes, I'll spend as much time with him as he wants.
Okay, so I'll handle the house stuff then.
Yeah, I'm counting on you.
I'll keep you updated on any decisions, so make sure you check your messages.
No, like I said, just handle it all and only let me know the final decisions. I've got my hands full with Mom and work.
Fine, I'll make all the decisions myself then. You know, this week I discovered more issues with the north-facing bathroom. Water damage has spread to the floor joists.
Just handle it however you think best.
Can you at least look at the photos I took? This is serious, Jason.
Emily, I told you I don't have time for this right now. My boss is breathing down my neck about the Johnson project, and Mom needs me to take her to appointments.
You haven't even asked how Ricky's doing with his school project.
How's Ricky's project going?
He got an A. He made a model of the solar system. Would have been nice to have your help.
That's great. Tell him I'm proud of him. Look, I've got to run. We'll talk more later.
We never talk more later. That's the problem.
What do you want from me? I'm stretched thin as it is.
I want a partner who is actually present in this marriage. When's the last time we had dinner together as a family?
I don't know, a few weeks ago. Listen, this is just temporary until Mom gets better.
It's been 2 months, Jason, and now you're saying you'll be gone all week?
It can't be helped. Family comes first.
We are your family too.
I know that. Why are you making this so difficult?
Because I'm drowning here. The contractor is saying they won't fix the bathroom without additional payments. Ricky needs help with his homework every night, and I'm still working full-time.
You're strong, Emily. You've always been better at this stuff than me anyway.
That's not the point. Marriage is supposed to be a partnership.
And it is. I'm handling my responsibilities. You handle yours. That's partnership.
That's not how it works. You can't just check out whenever it's convenient.
Look, I've got to go. We can talk about this another time.
Fine, go. I'll figure it out myself. I always do. Lisa, would you mind coming with me to the next meeting? We've discovered some new issues that I need to bring up with them. Sure, no problem. When is it? Sorry for dragging you into this all the time. You have your own family to think about. Don't worry about it. It's tough facing all those adults by yourself. Besides, I'm not really doing anything useful, just sitting there next to you. That's not true. Having you there gives me strength. But if this turns into a proper legal battle, I'll definitely need to hire a lawyer. You're right. It's looking like it might go to court at this rate. They just won't admit they're at fault. They're a terrible company. We should have gone with a more reputable contractor. But shouldn't your husband be part of these meetings? Men tend to be taken more seriously in these situations. That's unlikely. I've asked him many times, but he insists on leaving everything to me. I see, and now he's saying he's going to live at his mom's place next week to take care of her? Huh? How did you know that? I mean, didn't you just tell me that his mom isn't feeling well and he's been going back every weekend, but now he's decided to live there? What's with that? That means you'll have to handle everything on weekends with Ricky by yourself. Yeah, that's the situation. It's really tough, on top of having these meetings with the contractors that I don't even want to deal with. That's awful. You should really tell your husband off. You're right. I've been dropping hints, but he doesn't get it. Anyway, I'll text you before the meeting. Sounds good. Thanks for being there for me, Lisa. I don't know what I'd do without you. That's what friends are for. How are you holding up, really? Honestly, I'm exhausted. Yesterday I found mold in the kitchen wall. I'm starting to think this house is just one big mistake. Have you considered taking legal action against the builder? I've been looking into it. Got a consultation scheduled with an attorney next week. Good. You need someone who can fight for you professionally. The worst part is feeling so alone in this. Jason acts like it's all my problem. That's not right. Tell me about it. He hasn't been home for dinner in weeks. Ricky asked me yesterday if Dad still lives with us. Oh no, that's heartbreaking. I'm trying not to badmouth Jason in front of Ricky, but it's getting harder. You're doing the right thing. Kids shouldn't be caught in the middle. I'm just worried about what this is doing to Ricky. He's becoming more withdrawn. Have you considered family counseling? I suggested it once. Jason said he doesn't have time. Of course he doesn't. He always has time for his mom, but none for us. Something doesn't add up about that whole situation. What do you mean? Just a feeling. Has his mom always been this dependent on him? She's always been really independent. That's why this sudden decline is so strange. Trust your instincts, Emily. I'm trying. You're the most level-headed person I know. If something feels off, it probably is. Thanks, Lisa. I needed to hear that. Anytime. So the meeting is Thursday at 2 p.m.? Yes, the contractor's office downtown. I'll pick you up at 1:30 and bring those photos of the mold. We'll make them listen this time. Thank you. You're the best.
Emily, we need to talk. Now!
What are you doing? I asked you to do something for me. You never come home, and I have to do everything myself.
That's not important right now. I have something urgent to tell you.
What?
I want a divorce.
What? Are you serious?
I'm serious. There are divorce papers in my study.
Wait just a minute. You can't just spring this on me out of nowhere. You need to explain what's going on.
There's nothing to explain. It's over between us.
There's no way I'd accept this without an explanation.
Damn it, why won't you just accept it?
Who would accept a divorce this one-sided?
Look, I've had a mistress all this time, so pack up your things and get out. My girlfriend is pregnant, so I'm gonna live with her in our house.
Hold on a minute. You're not making any sense. Pregnant? Mistress? You've got to be kidding me.
It's all true. That's why we can't be married anymore. She's pregnant, so as a man, I have to take responsibility. You understand that, right?
No, I don't. What about us?
How should I know? You make decent money, so you'll be fine. Yui needs me now.
So Yui is your girlfriend's name.
Yeah, she's sweet and beautiful.
You can't possibly think this is acceptable. Could you tell your parents about this?
Actually, my mom already knows.
What?
Mom's on my side. You and Ricky need to be out by the end of today.
What are you talking about? Your mom knew about your affair?
Of course! I've been nurturing my love with Yui back in my hometown.
In your hometown? So the story about taking care of your sick mom was a lie.
Exactly. Mom's actually perfectly healthy. I was meeting up with her every weekend, but after Yui got pregnant, I wanted to be with her every day, so I've been living at my parents' house.
When did you even meet this woman?
Remember when I went to my high school reunion?
Yes.
I went to a bar with some friends after. That's where I met Yui. We exchanged numbers and started meeting up.
So you've been betraying us all this time.
I guess you could put it that way, but come on, you understand a man wanted to be with a younger woman, right?
I have no desire to understand that. How could you abandon your family like this?
Try to see it from my perspective. I've been stuck with an aging woman and a disappointing kid all this time. I'm over 40 now. Don't I deserve real love?
What is that supposed to mean? You sound ridiculous.
Don't drag this out any longer. We're done. It's pathetic for an old lady to be so clingy.
So you're really saying you two are going to live in this house?
Yeah, this'll be our love nest. Please, accept it and get out.
All right, fine. I'll leave the house.
Good. Make sure you file those divorce papers. We'll be coming there tomorrow, so make sure you've moved out by then. If you're still there, I'll throw you out myself.
Understood. Goodbye, then.
See ya.
Is that it? We've been married for 12 years.
And those 12 years were enough. I'm moving on.
Just like that? What about all we've built together?
Look, I didn't plan for this to happen, but it did. Yui is pregnant with my child.
And what about Ricky? He's your child too. How am I supposed to explain to him that his father abandoned him?
I'm not abandoning him. He can visit on weekends or something.
Or something? Do you even hear yourself right now?
Emily, I'm trying to be reasonable here.
Reasonable? There's nothing reasonable about this situation.
I know you're upset, but this is happening whether you like it or not.
How long have you been seeing her?
About 8 months.
8 months? So all those weekends at your mom's.
I was with Yui. Mom covered for me.
I can't believe your mother would do that. She looked me in the eye at Christmas and acted like everything was normal.
Mom's always been protective of me. She thinks Yui is a better match.
A better match than your wife of 12 years?
Look, Yui gets me in a way you never did. She's supportive of my dreams.
What dreams, Jason? You never shared any dreams with me. All you talked about was getting that promotion so we could pay for Ricky's education.
That's what I'm talking about. It's always about responsibilities with you. Yui makes me feel alive again.
And I made you feel dead?
Not dead, just stagnant. We fell into a routine.
That's called building a life together. That's what marriage is.
Well, maybe I want more than that. Maybe I deserve to be happy.
And we don't? Ricky and I don't deserve happiness?
You'll be fine. You're strong.
Don't you dare compliment me right now.
I'm just stating facts. You've always been the capable one.
So you're punishing me for being reliable? For keeping our family together while you checked out?
I'm not punishing anyone. I'm just choosing my happiness for once.
At the expense of your family.
Emily, please, let's not make this uglier than it needs to be.
You made this ugly when you cheated on me for 8 months and got another woman pregnant.
This is exactly why I'm leaving. You're so dramatic about everything.
I've just found out my husband has been living a double life. I think I'm entitled to be upset.
Fine, be upset, but I'm still leaving, and you still need to be out of the house by tomorrow.
Where am I supposed to go with Ricky on such short notice?
Your parents? A hotel? I don't know. Figure it out. Yui and I are moving in tomorrow.
I can't believe this is happening.
Believe it, and start packing. Hey, what the hell is going on?
Oh, is something wrong?
What do you mean, is something wrong? I came home to find contractors demolishing our house.
It's not without permission. I told you we were demolishing the house.
Demolishing the house?
I've been talking about this for a while now.
No, all I heard was that it was being discussed, not that a decision had been made.
So you really haven't been reading my texts. You knew we found defects, and I was negotiating with the contractors about compensation.
Of course I knew that, but demolishing it so suddenly?
I explained all of this. Property values are up due to redevelopment, so if we clear the land and sell it now, we can pay off the mortgage and have enough to contract a new apartment. That's why I said we needed to demolish the house quickly.
No, I never heard about...
I sent all of this in my texts. Even if you were too busy thinking about your mistress to read my messages, you don't get to complain about decisions I make on my own.
You can't just decide to demolish the house on your own! Even if financially it makes more sense, this is still...
You told me to handle everything myself, so I have no reason to listen to your complaints. We're now living in the new apartment I contracted, so you can live wherever you want with your new wife.
Hold on a second, this is too much to take in at once!
Why are you confused? You can find your own place to live. How is this an issue?
But what about your rent? Wherever you're living now, can you afford it?
No problem at all. I found a good place, and I have some extra income, too.
Extra income? From selling the land?
That's split between us, so it's not much. I'm talking about alimony and child support.
Oh, alimony, right.
You do understand you'll have to pay that, don't you?
Of course. I've made my decision to be with Yui, knowing what that entails.
That's wonderful. We'll need to have a proper discussion about the alimony and child support amounts.
I understand, but wait, where did you get authorization to demolish the house? My name is on the deed too.
Check your messages from 3 weeks ago. I sent you all the paperwork and asked you to respond with any objections. You never did.
I didn't think you'd actually go through with it without discussing it with me in person.
When would we have discussed it? You haven't been home in weeks.
You could have called.
I did, multiple times. You never picked up.
This is insane! Where's all our stuff?
I packed what we needed and put the rest in storage. Your personal items are in boxes at your mother's house. I dropped them off last week.
My mother never mentioned this!
That's between you and her. I told her everything when I dropped off your things.
You told my mother about Yui?
No, I assumed she already knew since you said she was on your side. I told her about the house demolition and that we were moving.
Oh, right. So all my stuff is at her house?
Everything except what's in the boxes by the garage. Those are things I wasn't sure you wanted.
What about the furniture? Our wedding china?
The furniture wasn't worth saving, given the water damage and mold. As for china, I took my grandmother's pieces that were gifted to me. The rest is in storage.
This is theft! You can't just make these decisions without me!
Actually, I can. I have documentation of all my attempts to contact you about these issues. I have witnesses who can attest to your absence from the home, and I have the legal paperwork showing I followed proper procedures.
What legal paperwork?
The papers you signed 6 months ago giving me power of attorney for house-related matters.
I don't remember signing that!
It was in the stack of papers when we were refinancing. You signed it without reading it, apparently.
That's underhanded!
No, what's underhanded is abandoning your family for your pregnant girlfriend while lying about caring for your sick mother.
Where am I supposed to live now?
That sounds like a you problem. Maybe ask your girlfriend, or your mother, or one of the friends you've been going to bars with.
I can't believe you've done this!
Believe it, and make sure you're available to discuss alimony next week. My lawyer will be contacting you.
You already have a lawyer?
Of course. I've been planning for this contingency for weeks. Unlike you, I think ahead.
Emily, I need to ask you something.
What is it?
Can we postpone the alimony and child support payments for a little while?
What? We agreed on this, and you haven't even made a single payment yet. And now you're already asking to postpone?
Of course I want to pay. I fully intend to take responsibility. But we've had some unexpected expenses.
Like?
Well, I was planning to live in our old house.
That's because you didn't bother checking my texts.
But if you had told me directly, this wouldn't have...
You were never home for me to tell you.
Okay, I'll admit that was my fault, but the moving costs were pretty significant.
You should be able to cover that with your income. You received your share from selling the land too. Why not just live with your mom?
I can't stay at my parents' house in the current situation.
What do you mean?
Well, Yui was keeping something from me.
Keeping what from you?
She's in debt.
Huh?
Yui's father ran up a lot of debt and took off. She's paying it off, and if she can't make the payments, debt collectors might come to my parents' house.
I see.
Since Yui is pregnant and can't work, I have to make those payments instead. So that's why I can't pay the alimony and child support.
Oh, I get it. As Yui's husband and the father of her child, you need to fulfill your responsibilities.
That's right.
Are you out of your mind? There's no way I'd agree to that.
Why?
So you're saying you won't take responsibility for us? I'm your ex-wife, and Ricky is your son, right? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, you both seem to be doing fine. You don't need my money.
That's bullshit. Ricky is preparing for middle school entrance exams. I need all the money I can get to send him to a private middle school in the future.
Why private school? Public school is fine.
It's what Ricky wants. He says his friends are going to private school, so he wants to go there too.
That's not a good reason.
Ricky says he'll study hard for it. So I'm going to support him as much as I can. That means you absolutely have to pay alimony and child support. I won't accept any postponement.
Wait, please. I'm not saying I'll never pay. I'm just asking for some time right now.
And I'm saying I can't wait.
This is getting us nowhere. All right, let's meet in person to discuss this.
No way. I don't have time for that.
Why not? Surely you can meet me just once.
Absolutely not. I never want to see your face again. Just fulfill your responsibilities as a parent. If you can't do that, I'll go after your parents for the money.
You wouldn't.
Try me. I will talk to your mother about this if I have to.
Leave my mother out of this. She's old.
An old woman who helped her son cheat on his wife. I'm sure that would make for interesting conversation at her church group.
That's low, Emily.
I learned from the best.
Look, I'm in a really tough spot here. Yui's debt is no joke.
And that's my problem because
I can't pay for both.
should have thought about that before you got her pregnant.
Emily, please, just 3 months. Give me 3 months to sort this out.
Not happening. Ricky needs new school uniforms next month. His dental checkup is coming up. The tuition deposit is due in 6 weeks.
What if I pay half now and half later?
The court-ordered amount in full, on time, every month.
This is impossible!
Then you shouldn't have destroyed our family for a woman you barely know.
Yui and I love each other!
And yet she didn't bother to tell you about her massive debt before getting pregnant. Sounds like true love to me.
She was scared I'd leave her!
Smart girl. Seems she knows you better than I did after 12 years of marriage.
That's not fair!
None of this is fair, Jason. You made your choices.
What if I can prove I'll pay later and, sign something?
Your signature means nothing to me anymore. I want the money in my account on the 1st of every month.
I don't have it right now!
Sell your car, take a second job, ask your mother for a loan. I don't care how you get it, but get it. This conversation is over. The money better be in my account by Friday, or my lawyer will be in touch.
Lisa! Long time no see, huh?
Did we ever exchange contact information?
A while back we made a group chat for that 2-family vacation, remember?
Oh, that's right. I should have blocked you.
Don't be like that!
What do you expect? You betrayed my best friend and got another woman pregnant. I will never forgive you.
I understand. I won't contact you again after this, but I have one last request. I want to talk to Emily one more time. Can you help me? She won't listen to anything I say.
I can't help with that. If Emily doesn't want to meet you, I'm going to respect her wishes.
If things stay like this, our family will be unhappy.
By family, you mean your new family with the woman you're marrying? Then that's fine. Consider it divine punishment and live with it. Why are you contacting me anyway? Wouldn't it make more sense to go through Emily's parents?
I already tried that.
Ah, they ignored you. Then I'll do the same.
Please, think of it as saving me.
Why should I help you? While Emily was desperately negotiating with builders about your defective house, you were off playing with another woman.
But she made the decision to demolish the house without telling me. I'm still not okay with that.
That was also to protect the family. You probably don't know this, but the bathroom floor was rotting. Some of the wooden beams and pillars were also compromised, making the house structurally unsound. It could collapse in an earthquake, so Emily decided to demolish everything and clear the land to protect her family.
I never heard about any of this!
You didn't hear because you weren't listening. You were too preoccupied with your girlfriend.
Was that really the case?
And you don't think demolishing a house is free, do you?
Ah! The builders who made the defective house did the demolition, right?
Of course not. The contracting company never acknowledged the defects. So Emily paid another company to handle the demolition herself.
You're kidding me!
I told her to make you pay for it. But she said she made the decision, so she'd take responsibility for it. Now she's planning to hire a lawyer and take this to court. Of course, she'll pay for that too.
Why would she go that far?
Because she cares about her family. She always said how happy she was when she married you and when Ricky was born. She worked so hard. Her job, housework, these negotiations, all to repay the happiness that you two brought her. And you trampled all over her feelings. I will never forgive someone like you.
Wait, listen!
Just go be with that woman and leave Emily alone. Never contact her again.
I'm desperate here, Lisa. Emily's demanding the full alimony payment, and I just don't have it right now.
That's not my problem.
But it's affecting Yui, too. She's pregnant with my child.
So is this about Emily or about getting out of your financial obligations?
I want to fix things with Emily so we can work out a payment plan that works for everyone.
You had a payment plan. It's called court-ordered alimony. You agreed to it.
I didn't realize how difficult it would be financially.
That sounds like poor planning on your part.
People make mistakes, Lisa. Haven't you ever made a mistake?
Not one that destroyed an entire family.
Look, I know I messed up, but Yui is pregnant now. That's an innocent child.
And Ricky is an innocent child too, one you've already abandoned.
I haven't abandoned him.
When's the last time you saw him?
I
And you wonder why Emily won't talk to you.
That's why I need your help. Just tell her I want to work something out for Ricky's sake.
Don't you dare use Ricky as a bargaining chip.
I'm not. I genuinely want to be there for my son.
You have a funny way of showing it.
Please, Lisa, it's just one meeting. That's all I'm asking for.
The answer is no. Emily's finally starting to heal.
Then can you at least tell me how they're doing? Is Ricky okay?
They're doing fine. Better without you, actually.
That can't be true.
Ricky's grades have improved. Emily's sleeping better. They're finding their new normal.
I miss them.
You should have thought about that before you threw them away.
I didn't throw them away. I fell in love with someone else.
Goodbye, Jason. Don't contact me again.
You've really done something awful to me.
What's wrong now?
Don't give me that! You've caused a terrible disaster for me!
I can't imagine what you're talking about.
You met with Yui, didn't you?
Of course I did. I hired a private investigator to find her.
And then you demanded alimony from her!
Yes, I did, but I decided not to pursue it. It seems she didn't know you were married. You really are the worst, you know that. You told her you were single. Your mom is just as nasty. Of course anyone would believe two people insisting they're single. Yui apologized to me in tears, so I decided she was a victim too and forgave her.
Yui left me because of you! She said she'll raise the baby on her own!
Yes, even with her debt, she must have been very determined.
You made me lose Yui! What are you going to do about this?
Don't misunderstand. You betrayed her, just like you betrayed me.
That's not true! I was planning to build a happy life with her!
Too bad. You don't deserve that chance.
Do you know where Yui went?
No, I only talked to her about the affair and alimony. I don't know anything else. I didn't even know she was planning to leave you.
Damn it! I need to find her somehow!
Just stop it. You need to live on your own from now on. You don't deserve to make anyone happy. Just live quietly and try not to cause any more trouble.
No! I was serious about Yui!
Serious? Don't talk nonsense. If you were serious, you would have been honest about being married from the start and dated her with full knowledge and consent. The fact that you lied to her shows you were never serious. She left you because you were dishonest.
I was willing to give up everything to be with her!
And now she's given you up too. That's not even funny.
Is there really no way to fix this?
I told you to give it up. At your age, this desperate pining is just pathetic.
How did you even find her? I never told you where she lived!
As I said, I hired a private investigator. It wasn't difficult to track her down.
That's an invasion of privacy!
Rich coming from someone who invaded the privacy of his marriage vows.
What exactly did you tell her?
The truth. That you were married with a child, that you had been lying to her for months, and that your mother was complicit in the deception.
You had no right!
She had every right to know who she was really involved with.
We were in love!
Love based on lies isn't love, Jason.
Did you tell her about the debt, too?
No, that came up when she was telling me her situation. I was surprised to learn about it.
So she just left?
She left you a letter at your mother's house. Didn't you get it?
No, my mother never gave me any letter.
Interesting. Perhaps you should ask her about that.
This is insane. My whole life is falling apart.
Welcome to the club. The difference is, you caused this.
So what am I supposed to do now?
First, start making your alimony and child support payments on time. Then, figure out your life like an adult instead of running away from your responsibilities.
Yui is carrying my child!
And she's chosen to raise that child without you. Respect her decision.
I can't just let her go!
Yes, you can, and you will. She made her choice after learning the truth about you.
I'll find her myself!
I wouldn't recommend that. She was very clear that she wants nothing to do with you.
She's just upset right now. Once she calms down...
No, Jason, this isn't like in the movies where you can chase after her and win her back with a grand gesture. That trust is broken forever.
You don't know that!
I do, actually, because you broke my trust the same way.
That's different!
How?
It just is! Yui and I had a special connection!
Special enough that you felt the need to lie about your entire life?
I was afraid of losing her!
And yet, here we are. Afterward, Jason ended up living with his mother after being abandoned by Yui. He started taking out his frustrations on his mother, blaming her for not being able to be with Yui. At first, his mother tolerated it, but she eventually became so mentally unwell that she needed medical treatment. This led her to disown Jason and kick him out of the house. Jason started living alone. But unable to cope with the loneliness, he began frequenting strip clubs under the guise of dating. However, he never found a girlfriend there and was just treated as an easy mark, wasting money he didn't have. Between those expenses and the alimony payments, he is now living in poverty. Meanwhile, I'm enjoying my new life with Ricky. Now that the house issue is settled, I can even visit my parents and let them see their grandson. From now on, I'll do my best to make Ricky happy on my own.
This is Sarah Mitchell, right? Are you ready for your final interview tomorrow? How's your mental preparation for this?
I'm sorry, who is this? I received your message, but I don't have this number saved on my phone.
What? You don't have this number saved? You've gone through multiple rounds of interviews with us, and you don't recognize who this could be?
I apologize, but it's for security reasons. I don't respond to unsaved numbers without verification. Could you please identify yourself before we continue the conversation?
And you still think you're serious about working at our bank? This kind of caution might be good for banking, but it's quite cold, don't you think?
You're from the bank that I've been interviewing with, I assume? I just want to be certain who I'm speaking with.
Of course I'm from the bank. Did you think this was just a random message? I specifically looked up your contact information to help you with the next step.
I appreciate that, but could you please tell me your name and position? It would help me understand the context of this conversation better.
This is Parker. I was one of your interviewers last week. I'm the HR director, so I'll be at your final interview tomorrow, too. We're looking forward to seeing you again. You were quite impressive in the previous rounds.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry I didn't recognize your name and your contact info. I'm looking forward to tomorrow, too. Thank you so much for reaching out.
That's it? Just thank you for reaching out? After I took time from my Sunday evening to text you?
I'm sorry, I don't understand. Was there anything wrong? What do you mean? I genuinely appreciate you checking in on me before the interview.
Do you know how many candidates we're interviewing for this role? How many applications I had to review for this? I chose to reach out to you personally, and all you say is thank you?
I understand this is a competitive position. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to interview again. Was there something specific you wanted to discuss with me about tomorrow?
I reached out to help support you for tomorrow's final interview. I'm being so kind to you, and all I get is a simple thank you? Most candidates would be more enthusiastic about this kind of personal attention from their interviewer.
I apologize if I seemed ungrateful about this. What would be the appropriate way to show my appreciation? I want to make sure I understand your expectations.
You're quite formal in your messages. Almost too formal, if you ask me. We should fix that before tomorrow. The banking industry is all about personal connections.
I see. How would you suggest I adjust my communication style?
Well, for starters, you could be more friendly. You can be more open to building relationships. After all, your future career might depend on it.
I try to maintain professional boundaries with my interviewers, especially during the interview process. I hope you understand.
Professional boundaries, is that what you call it? I'm trying to help you here. Do you know how many candidates would love this kind of personal attention?
I appreciate your interest in helping me succeed, but I'd prefer to focus on the formal interview process. Could you tell me more about what to expect tomorrow?
You're always so proper, so careful with your words. I'm free tomorrow night. I could give you a private interview if you'd like.
A private interview? I'm sorry, I really don't understand what you mean. Could you clarify the purpose of this private interview?
Let's say you make some mistakes in tomorrow's final interview. This would be a follow-up private interview to make up for that. Think of it as insurance. A backup plan. Everyone needs one of those, right?
I see. So that's what you mean. You're suggesting an unofficial interview after hours outside of the office?
Don't make it sound so formal. Just see it as two professionals having a conversation. Just building connections. That's how the real world works. You do want to work in the real world, don't you?
The real world also has professional standards and ethical guidelines, which I intend to follow no matter which company I interview for.
You sound just like those HR training videos. All rules and no flexibility. Is that really how you want to start your career?
I believe following proper procedures is important. especially in banking. Wouldn't you agree?
That's such a serious response. You're making this more complicated than it needs to be. I'm offering to help you to ensure you get this position. To mentor you. Guide your career so you can be successful.
So you're assuming I'll make mistakes? I appreciate your concern, but that won't be necessary. I plan to be myself and speak honestly during the interview, so please don't worry about that. While I appreciate the offer of follow-up support, I'd prefer to handle things like this on my own.
Handle things on your own? That's quite presumptuous. You think you can succeed in banking alone? Without any support? Without any friends?
I believe in building professional relationships through appropriate channels, during business hours, in professional settings, not outside or after hours.
Pretty bold talk for someone who's about to get rejected for this role. Very bold indeed. Almost arrogant, I'd say.
Is that a threat towards me?
A threat? Why would I threaten you? I told you I'm the HR director, right? I have the final say in all hiring decisions for all the candidates. And are you sure about this? About taking this tone with me?
What exactly do you mean? It feels like you're just trying to pressure me. Are you saying I won't get an offer unless I spend evening hours with you outside of work? I want to be very clear about what's being suggested here.
See, now you're putting words in my mouth. I never said anything about offers or conditions. I can't say that explicitly, but you should think carefully about what this means. All I can say is that your decision now will affect your future career. Not just in our bank, but in the industry. You understand what I'm saying?
That's true of any decision, isn't it? Every choice affects our future somehow. I'm sorry, but I have plans tomorrow evening, and I don't think it's appropriate to meet privately with anyone before officially starting work, so I'll have to decline. I hope you understand my position.
Plans? Unbelievable! You have something more important than your career? Than your future? More important than this opportunity I'm offering you?
I've explained my position already, and my mind will not change. I've told you clearly and professionally. I don't think there's anything more to discuss right now.
Don't blame me for what happens in tomorrow's interview, then. I had no idea you were this unprofessional, this ungrateful, this naive. You're going to regret this, I can promise you that. Mark my words.
I don't understand what you mean by that, but I don't think I've said anything inappropriate to you, so I'll be fine. Thank you for your concern and attention. I look forward to a professional interview tomorrow.
Professional? You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means. A true professional would understand the importance of networking, of building relationships, of taking opportunities when they're offered.
I understand the importance of networking and building relationships, but they should be based on mutual respect and professional boundaries.
Professional boundaries again. You really are something else. We'll see how far those boundaries get you. We'll see indeed. This is beyond unprofessional. Your attitude is very concerning. How did you even make it to the final round of the interview process? You're not listening to what I say. You're rejecting good advice, and you still want to work at our bank?
I'm preparing for tomorrow's interview. I would appreciate some space to focus so I can prepare for it.
Space? You want space? When I'm trying to help you? Are you hiding something? Is there something in your background check I should know about?
Nothing to hide. My qualifications are all in my application. Everything is properly documented for you guys to see.
Properly documented? There's more to success than just documents. Much more. But you don't seem to understand that.
I understand perfectly well. I just disagree with your methods.
My methods? I'm offering you invaluable guidance, industry insights, career advancement opportunities, and you're questioning my methods?
I don't question your position or authority. Just the appropriateness of this conversation, especially at this hour.
This hour? Banking never sleeps. We work all hours of every day. That's what you're signing up for. Or did you think this was a 9-to-5 job?
I understand the demands of the industry, but this isn't about work hours. This is about appropriate professional conduct.
You keep saying appropriate and professional, like some kind of robot. Is that what you think banking is? Following rule books?
I don't understand what you're implying. It's getting late, so I should go. Thank you for contacting me. I really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to tomorrow's interview.
Going so soon? When I'm trying to have a serious discussion about your future? Your career? Is it not important to you?
Yes, I need to rest before the interview tomorrow. I want to be at my best for the interview.
Your best? You've got some nerve coming to our interviews, acting all proper and professional when you're hiding things.
Hiding things? What exactly are you suggesting?
Your background, your family situation. Didn't think that would come up, did you? Didn't think we'd check thoroughly?
My family situation? I don't see how that's relevant to interview for this position.
Of course! Everything is relevant. Everything matters in banking. Especially background. Especially family. Didn't expect some poor kid from a broken home trying to sneak into our ranks. Did you?
Wow, you really went there. Your behavior hasn't been very professional either. Is this how you treat all candidates when they interview with your company?
Don't turn this around on me! What would a college student know about being professional? You're the one being completely unprofessional here, hiding your background, pretending to be something you're not!
I haven't hidden anything about my background. My application is completely honest. There are no lies on it, including my family background.
Honest? As if some bottom feeder from a single-parent household could work at our prestigious bank? You should have mentioned this earlier. Saved everyone's time.
The way you completely changed when you found out I'm from a single-parent home? Is this really how a major bank's HR director should act? Should candidates be judged on family status?
Don't lecture me about judgment. Poor people don't get hired here, period. That's just how it works. I'd love to see your parents' faces when they realize that their kid won't make it. You unprofessional brat.
I'm saving all these messages. All of them. Just so you know.
Save whatever you want. I don't care what you do. No one will believe you. It's your word against mine. And who do you think they'll believe? HR director or some random candidate that happens to get to the final round of the interview process?
Are you aware of how disrespectful you're being? This is beyond inappropriate, but you should really think about what you're doing. Actions have consequences.
Consequences? No bank will hire you. Not after I'm done. Why did you even apply here? What made you think you belonged?
I applied because I'm qualified for this role. My family status doesn't change that.
Qualified? On paper, maybe. But there's more to banking than grades. More to success than test scores. Aren't you ashamed of being poor? Of coming from a broken home?
Your taunting is getting really unprofessional. You seem very confident in your position. Does being an HR director at a major bank give you the right to damage people's reputations? To discriminate based on family status?
Whatever, say what you want, none of it matters to me. You rejected my generous offer, my attempt to help you. At the end of the day, I have the final word to say who gets hired and who gets rejected. This is why I hate poor people. Always playing the victim. You're clearly unprofessional and definitely not getting hired. What a waste of time this has been. Should have checked your background first, before wasting everyone's time.
Are you finished? Or is there more discrimination you'd like to share?
I'd really love to see your parents' faces when they hear about this. When they realize their kid failed. Must be quite something to raise such an unprofessional daughter in such a broken home.
Maybe you should tone down the bullying towards the candidates. You seem to be having fun insulting my father, but you're going to regret this. More than you know.
Regret? No way! I don't want anything to do with poor people anyway, so this worked out. If you'd accepted my invitation, I might have considered you, but I guess that was too complicated for someone so unprofessional. Someone from your background.
You keep using that word, unprofessional. But everything you've done tonight is unprofessional. Everything you've said is inappropriate.
Save your lectures. A troubled family sneaking into our final interviews. Did you think we wouldn't find out? You're rejected. Don't bother showing up tomorrow. I really would love to see your parents' faces. To tell them personally why their kid failed.
Well, if you're so interested in meeting my father...
What's that supposed to mean? Another threat? From someone in your position?
Okay then, I'll just call my dad for you. Since you're so eager to meet him.
Please do! I'd love to explain to him why his daughter isn't cut out for banking. Why she doesn't belong here.
He says he can come see you in about an hour. I'm looking forward to you meeting my father. He's quite interested in this conversation.
What? An hour? Wait, who exactly is your father? What do you mean he's coming?
You wanted to meet him, right? You mentioned it several times in our texts. He's eager to discuss your hiring practices.
Now, hold on a minute. There's no need to escalate this. Let's discuss this professionally, like adults.
Professionally? Now you want to be professional? After everything you've said to me?
Perhaps I was a bit harsh earlier. The stress of hiring season, you understand, right? We could start fresh tomorrow. Forget this conversation ever happened.
It's too late for that. My father's already on his way to come meet you. Particularly interested in your comments about bottom feeders.
Listen, Sarah. I may have spoken out of turn. I said some things I didn't mean. Heat of the moment, you know?
Interesting how your tone has changed. You sound nervous. Is something wrong?
Sarah, could we possibly redo the final interview? I deeply apologize for my previous behavior. I regret my disrespectful comments. Please let me conduct another interview. A proper one this time.
No thanks. I thought I was just a poor kid from a broken home. Why the sudden change of heart?
About that, I was completely out of line. Those comments were unprofessional. Please, let's start over. I'll make it right.
Make it right? After threatening my career? After mocking my family? After trying to force a private meeting?
Why not give me a chance to apologize? I'll make sure you get the job. Just please come back. We can forget this whole thing. Start fresh tomorrow.
No thanks. I have no interest in seeing your face again. You're too disrespectful and unpleasant, and I don't like that calculating look in your eyes, so I don't see any value in meeting again. Besides, my father is very interested in meeting you.
Your father? Who exactly is he? What department does he work in?
Oh, now you want details? Now you're interested in my background?
Please, Sarah, let's be reasonable. Please don't say that. I'll apologize for my bad behavior. Formally, in writing, whatever you want.
I see you've met my father. I introduced him just like you wanted. Satisfied? My father's an executive VP that everyone in the bank knows. Still think I'm a bottom feeder from a troubled home? Do you still want to mock our family's status?
Not at all! I had no idea you were Mr. Mitchell's daughter! This is all a terrible misunderstanding. If I had known...
If you had known. So it's only okay to harass candidates if their fathers aren't executives? Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I meant! You look pretty pale after meeting my dad. Did he show you the messages?
All of them. Every single one. I just did what you asked and introduced my wonderful father. Hope you now understand just how disrespectful you were. How inappropriate your behavior was.
Please, let me apologize on my knees. I just apologized to Mr. Mitchell, and he immediately said, I'm fired. Of course, I know it's not that simple to fire someone, but this will destroy my position in the company. Could you please talk to your father? Put in a good word. Explain it was all a misunderstanding?
A misunderstanding? Which part? The harassment? The discrimination? The threats?
I was just trying to help you through the hiring process, to mentor promising candidates. Your father must understand that.
Help? By demanding private meetings after hours? By threatening my career? By mocking my family background?
Please, Sarah, think about my position, my career, my family! Please, talk to your father and tell him it was all a misunderstanding.
Oh, now you care about families. Now that it's your family at stake? How ironic.
I can make this right. Just give me a chance. Tell your father it was a joke. A test, maybe. Anything.
No. You made your choices. Now face the consequences. Just like you said, every decision affects our future, right?
No, that's not it at all! Please, let me explain everything. I was just trying to encourage nervous candidates. I had no ulterior motives whatsoever. Your father needs to understand this. Please talk to him.
Really? Then why did you only contact female candidates? Interesting pattern there.
That's not true! I mentor many candidates. All kinds of candidates. This is a huge misunderstanding.
Is that why the other women at today's final interview said they got messages from you too? All with similar generous offers. Similar private meetings. Some pattern that you use, wouldn't you say?
They're lying. This is a conspiracy. They're just trying to cause trouble.
I have their messages also. All the screenshots. And all the timestamps. This isn't the first time you've done this, is it? That's a complete abuse of power. Getting fired is the least of what you deserve. Actually, you might be lucky if firing is all that happens.
What do you mean? What are you saying? What's happening? I can't lose my job over something small like this.
Over this. For us job seekers, this search is our life's battle, our future, our careers. Using our vulnerable position for your own purposes, aren't you the lowest? This isn't just some small thing.
Please, you don't understand. I'm sorry. That was poorly worded. But I really didn't mean it that way, so could you please explain that to your father? It's all a misunderstanding. I can't lose my job over a misunderstanding. I worked so hard to become HR director. 20 years in this industry.
You should have thought about that before. Before the harassment. Before the discrimination. Before preying on your candidates.
I wasn't preying on anyone. I was just networking. I was building relationships. That's just how business works.
Is that what you call it? Threatening all these people's careers? Demanding private meetings outside of the office? Mocking their family backgrounds?
I understand. I apologize. I'm sorry for everything that I've said. You're absolutely right. Sarah, I am truly sorry. If needed, I'll get on my knees right now. Anything you want. Can you forgive me? Please?
This isn't about forgiveness. It's over as far as I'm concerned. The investigation will handle everything else.
Investigation? What investigation? What do you mean it's over? I'm about to lose my entire career over this stupid thing. How can you say it's over? Don't you understand what's at stake?
Your true colors are showing again. What do you mean by stupid thing? I've told you multiple times this isn't stupid to us. To any of the candidates you've harassed. Since you clearly don't get it, I'm done here. Goodbye.
Wait! Another poor choice of words! I'm really sorry. Look, I'll make sure you get hired here, so please just come back for a moment. I want to apologize to you in person and make this right.
I've said multiple times I don't want to see your face again. Besides, whatever you say, I'm already sent to work there anyway. Obviously. Of course I worked hard and made it this far on my own merit, but now that you know I'm Mitchell's daughter, who would dare reject me? I don't need any help from you. I never did.
What? No way! But what? So I'm really getting fired over some text messages?
No, you are getting fired over harassment, over discrimination, over abuse of power, for preying on your candidates. The texts are just evidence that we can use against you.
Please, just give me one more chance. I'll do anything. Change departments. Take a demotion. Anything, please. Just don't fire me.
Yep, that's not my problem. Later, creepy old perv. Reflect on your actions forever. And remember, karma always comes around.
Wait! You can't just leave it like this! At least hear me out! I have a family too! Children to support!
Oh, now you want to talk about family? After mocking mine and saying terrible things to me? After using family status to discriminate?
Please, I'm begging you. Just give me 5 minutes. Face to face. Let me explain everything, please.
You've explained enough already. Through all these messages. Every threat. Every insult. Every attempt at coercion. There's no need for further conversation.
Those messages were a mistake. I wasn't thinking clearly. The pressure of hiring season. The stress of the job.
Interesting. So stress makes you harass candidates? Pressure makes you discriminate? Is that your defense?
No, that's not what I meant! I'm a good person. Ask anyone in the industry. 20 years of service, perfect record!
Perfect record? The other candidates might disagree. The ones you've been messaging. The ones you've been threatening. The ones you've been meeting privately.
Those were professional meetings! Mentoring sessions, career guidance, nothing inappropriate!
Save it for the investigation. I'm sure they'll be very interested in your mentoring methods, in your expense reports, in your message history.
Please, I'll do anything. Name your price, whatever you want.
And now trying to bribe me because you know who my father is? You really don't learn, do you? You keep digging that hole deeper. I'm sure the investigators will love this too.
Don't twist my words. I'm just trying to make things right. To fix this. To save my career.
Your career? That's all you care about? Not the people you've hurt? Not the lives you've affected? Not the trust you've betrayed?
I can change. Give me a chance. I'll prove it. I'll be a better person.
Too late for that. Way too late. Actions have consequences. Time to face yours.
You're destroying me! Over some text messages? This isn't fair! You're ruining everything!
No, you destroyed yourself. With every threat, every insult, every abuse of power. I'm just showing people who you really are.
You don't understand! This job is everything to me! My whole life! My identity!
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe you need to lose it all. To understand what you've done. To see how it feels. To be powerless. To be at someone else's mercy.
Please, just one more chance! I'm begging you!
Goodbye, Mr. Parker. Enjoy unemployment. And remember, every time you apply for a job, every time you face rejection, every time you feel powerless, remember how you treated others when you had the power.
Sarah, please!
In the end, investigations revealed that Parker had a history of contacting candidates and trying to force inappropriate relationships using company funds. He was reported to the police and obviously fired from the bank. Information was circulated throughout the banking industry to prevent him from ever working in the field again. The police involvement and permanent industry blacklisting led to him losing his career. He had to pay compensation to the bank and apologize to his previous victims. Sarah doesn't care what happened to him after that. Parker deeply regrets his actions now that he's hit rock bottom, but it's far too late. Apparently, he's enjoying his new life as a bottom feeder now.